Welcome to another episode of A Better Me, A Better You. It is Talk About It Tuesday. It is June the 23rd, 2020. We're going to cover two topics on this episode. The food and meat shortages that have been occurring within the United States. And then the second thing we're going to talk about is signs that you're not drinking enough water. And this is something I'm guilty of. I don't drink enough water. I'll drink soda. I'll drink juice. But I will not drink the proper amount of water that I need. And I've been noticing I've been dehydrated especially now that it's the summer months, I've been really getting dehydrated. So I'm forcing myself, and it's about finding what works for you as far as like flavoring your water. And this is my thing. I don't like the plain taste of water. So I'm learning how to flavor my water and make it where I want to drink more.
Leak in the nation's food supply chain might be cracking as some meat processing plants around the country have become COVID-19 hotspots. So far, over 1,000 employees of meat processing giants like Tyson, JBS, and Smithfield have tested positive for the virus, forcing the temporary closure of at least 15 plants. Some employees, like this worker at an Iowa Tyson plant, are scared to show their face because they don't want to lose their jobs, but are even more terrified of getting sick.
They didn't have enough material or masks and things like that to provide to us, so they would start giving us different types of rags and stuff.
Earlier today in Indiana, officials declared a public health emergency as Tyson closed another plant in Cass County due to COVID-19 cases.
This order is necessary to end this threat to the city as quickly as possible.
Tyson Food telling NBC News all employees are now provided surgical-style face coverings, but warning customers in a full-page ad that there will soon be a limited supply of their products, saying the food supply chain is breaking. All of it worrying third-generation Texas cattle rancher Missy Bonds.
The uncertainty of the market is unsettling because we don't know what's going to happen when it comes time for us to sell.
In Colorado, some 6,000 employees at the JBS meat processing plant in Greeley wait in line to be screened for symptoms before being allowed in for their shift. Many learning that a fifth employee here has died from the coronavirus.
It kind of scares me, and it makes me angry that the company is willing to open without testing people.
In early April, the factory closed for nearly 2 weeks after over 100 employees tested positive for COVID-19. Workers promised testing for all before they reopened, but that never happened. JBS said in part in a statement to NBC News, "We took the aggressive action to voluntarily close the plant, assuming the entire workforce was positive and subject to quarantine. Public health officials agree this is the most effective way to break the chain of infection, but unions say more testing is needed immediately."
We understand the critical job that they do, but we don't want workers losing their lives. They did not sign up for this. They signed up to process meat.
And Lester, as for the screening out here, many of these employees say that their biggest fear right now is of those asymptomatic workers who may make it through that screening process showing no fever, no signs or symptoms, and get onto the processing floor with COVID-19 and spread it without even knowing it.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel.
Hi, everyone. When I first decided to start my very own podcast, I didn't know where to begin. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me first explain by letting you know it's free. They have these neat creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And guess what? You can make money. That's right, from your very own podcast. So, just download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any...
Trump tonight ordering meat processing plants to remain open despite coronavirus fears by workers. He signed an executive order declaring slaughterhouses critical infrastructure to keep people fed during the pandemic. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang with how local grocers are bracing for concerns about a possible shortage.
Meat lovers beware. Shelves might be a little emptier by this weekend.
It's temporary. I would strongly recommend don't panic. I spend most of my day trying to keep these shelves full, and I'm promising our customers I'm gonna find the beef.
Here at the ever-popular Stu Leonard's in Yonkers, there is meat to be had, but given the recent closures of large meat processing facilities, given the amount of hoarding, this owner worries about a possible shortage.
The big demands are obviously your porterhouse steaks. Ground beef is very big. Ribeye steaks are big. Strip steaks, and also chicken breasts.
They've done an excellent job.
Andrew Caruso says it's well worth his drive from Manhattan just to shop here.
Every time I've been to Stu's, they've had a pretty ample supply of everything.
To keep the food chain flowing, President Trump tonight signed an executive order under the Defense Production Act. He is now declaring beef, pork, and poultry processors essential businesses that must stay open to feed the nation.
You only have so much room for meats in your freezer, and he's always going to have it, so you don't have to hoard stuff.
The president promising to help with safety and liability issues at the plants so that families can continue to put meat on their table.
Signs you are not drinking enough water. It's when you lose more water than you take in that makes it harder for your body to do the basic jobs, like keep your temperature steady and clear out waste. You lose water in your sweat, your tears, and every time you go to the bathroom. Even breathing takes a little out of you. More than half of your body weight comes from water. So if your levels are off, it can show up in a surprising amount of ways. Mild dehydration can make you feel tired. It can give you a headache. It affects your mood and your focus. And when you push yourself hard at the gym, all that sweating actually lowers how much blood you have. Is thirst a sign of dehydration? Yes, but no need to panic. By the time that you get the urge to quench your thirst, you are already a little dehydrated. As long as you pay attention and snag a drink of water when your body tells you to, it's not a problem. But for older adults, the lag might be a little longer, so it can help by making a habit of drinking water. You can lose over a gallon of water a day if you have diarrhea and throw up. Babies and kids are more likely than adults to get dehydrated because they are smaller. Older adults need to be on the lookout too because your sense of thirst gets duller as you age. Kidney disease and some other health conditions can make your body parched as well. Pregnant and breastfeeding women need to drink more water than usual because they are drinking and eating for two. Symptoms in small children. Babies and little kids can't tell you what's going on with their bodies. So look for a dry tongue, no tears when they cry, no wet diapers for 3 hours, and more fussiness than normal. When it's more severe, their mouths will be dry and sticky, their eyes and cheeks will look sunken, and they also may breathe faster or have a fast or weak pulse. Symptoms in older adults. You might be thirsty, your mouth might feel dry or sticky. You won't pee very often, under 4 times a day. And when you go, there may be little to no urine. It may be dark and have a strong smell. You may feel dizzy or lightheaded, and you may even pass out. If it gets worse, your thirst will crank up. Your breathing and heart rate may be faster than normal. You can overheat, and you might feel confused or cranky. Should you drink 8 cups of water a day? This old rule has zero science behind it, but it's fine to use as a rough guide. The amount that you need to drink depends on how active you are, where you live, and your overall health. If you're not sure you're drinking enough water, check the color of your urine. Clear or pale yellow urine means that you're all set, but if it's darker, you need to drink more water. What about electrolytes? They are just basic salts like potassium, sodium, and calcium, but they have a hand in everything in how your nerves works to build healthy bones. Your electrolyte levels are closely tied to how much water is in your body. That means if you lost a lot of fluid, you'll feel thirstier and you'll urinate less as your body tries to get those electrolytes back into balance. Do you need to drink a sports drink? Almost never. These blend water, salts, and sugars are made for high level athletes and marathon runners. Most of us don't need anything like that when we're doing regular exercise. You only have to work harder to burn off those extra calories from those sports drinks. If you do intense training for more than an hour, then that will make sense. But if you do it for less than an hour, drinking plain old water is all you need. When dehydration is mild or even moderate, you can often kick it up with plenty of water. But if you have severe diarrhea and throwing up, or oral rehydration solution might help. These are often given to kids. The special mix of salt and sugar is a closer match to what the body needs. You can buy these over counter at a drugstore. It's called oral rehydration solution. When do you need to call your doctor? When you've had diarrhea for more than 24 hours, if you're feeling dizzy, confused, or if you fainted, you can't keep fluids down, you have no energy, you have black or blood in your feces, if you have a fast heartbeat or heavy breathing, when your water levels get too low, you can't tackle dehydration on your own. You need to be treated at a hospital. And the idea is the same, to get more fluids in you and to get your body back into balance. Doctors will give you a treatment through your IV to get the water and salts into your body that you need. Can you drink too much water? You can, but it's not very likely. When you drink more than your kidneys can handle, and that's a lot, you will end up with a condition called hyponatremia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hyponatremia. This is when your sodium levels get very low and it causes your cells to swell up. It can be deadly and it's very rare. And it mostly can only happen to people who are competing in long distance races, such as marathon runners. Here's some tips to help you stay hydrated. If you just can't remember when to drink enough water, look for ways to put it into your day. Make your water, drink a glass of water in between meals. Set a reminder on your phone. Some people find that carrying a water bottle helps to remind you. If you have a craving for a snack, instead of reaching for that snack, reach for some water to quench your thirst. And it also helps with your hunger. Now we're going to listen to a series of audio videos.
Hey guys, Dr. Axe here, Doctor of Functional Medicine Nutritionist. One of the most common questions I get from patients is, Dr. Axe, how much water should I be drinking a day? And the answer is typically in between 25 and 50% of your body weight in ounces of water daily. So what this would mean is if you weigh 160 pounds, you typically want to try and get about half of that, 80 ounces of water a day, or as little as 40 ounces of water a day, but typically in between 40 to 80 ounces of water a day. And water is vital for your health, for hydration. But let me say this as well. That question of how much water should I be drinking a day isn't necessarily the best question, because it's not just about how much water you're getting, it's about hydration. And if you are dehydrated, some of the biggest side effects can be headaches, lack of energy, weight gain, lack of cleansing and detoxification, a weakened immune response, getting colds and flus easily, and really just kind of feeling lethargic or even brain fog. And so proper hydration is so key to your overall health. And again, number one, it does start with water. Your number one goal should be this: start drinking half of your body weight in ounces of water a day. And so what I'd recommend, if you weigh, again, 160 pounds, carry around maybe a 20-ounce container of water and drink 4 of those a day. Really increase that water consumption. Then step 2 is getting more fruits and vegetables in your diet. You know, fruits and vegetables are packed with electrolytes like magnesium, calcium, potassium, and sodium. You need to get those good quality electrolytes in your system as well. So not just water, but fruits and vegetables as well. And the third thing you want to be getting is all natural sea salt, either Celtic salt or Himalayan salt, and sprinkle that a little bit on your food as well, because when you're getting water, you also need sodium, you also need potassium, which you're going to get in fruits, and then again, of course, some of the other electrolytes I mentioned. But those are really 3 of the top 4 things you should do. Now, the 4th thing you need to do to stay hydrated is actually move and exercise. If you want to stay properly hydrated, you want to increase circulation throughout your body, and any form of exercise can support this, whether it's cardiovascular training, burst training, weight training, or just going out and walking. But movement increases circulation and can really improve your overall electrolyte levels and actually can help circulate and get more nutrients into your cells. So remember these 4 steps in staying hydrated and really remembering how much water you should drink. Number 1, the amount of water you should be drinking a day is about 25 to 50% your body weight in water. So again, if you weigh 160 pounds, consume 80 ounces of water a day. Step 2, consume more fruits and vegetables. Try and get 5 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Step number 3, sprinkle a little bit of Himalayan salt or some form of sea salt on your food on a regular basis. Step number 4, exercise at least 3 days a week for 20 minutes. If you do those 4 things, you're going to be well hydrated, and that water that you're consuming is going to be properly balanced with electrolytes as well. Hey guys, if you want to learn more about proper hydration, you can check out some of the articles I've written there on drax.com. You can search water, or I've got a great article on Himalayan salt I think you'd like. Also, hey, if you want more health news like this, you can subscribe here to this YouTube channel. I want to say thanks so much for watching, and remember, stay hydrated.
It's Danny, and today I am sharing my 5 favorite fruit-infused water combinations. Now, I know that fruit-infused waters are not a new concept, but to me they are, and I am absolutely in love with them. It's a really easy way to add some fun and flair to your water, and it makes it a whole lot easier to stay hydrated when you know that your water is going to be jam-packed with flavor. So there's really no specific recipe you need to follow here. Generally speaking, what I like to do is grab the really big 32-ounce mason jars. I fill them about 1/3 to halfway up with whatever flavors I'm using. Then I pack in some ice and fill the rest up with water. But really, guys, you could do this with any jar, with any flavor combinations, and any measurements you like. So just make it work with whatever it is you have on hand. Flavor combination number 1: fresh sliced grapefruit, rosemary, and lemon rinds. The lemon rind is where all the zest and concentrated lemon flavor is. This one is a mocktail. Kind of feels like you're drinking a cocktail, but not. Next up, halved strawberries, watermelon balls, and FYI, if you're interested in making your melon into these little balls, all you need is this little tool. You can buy it right on Amazon. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. But it makes it really fun, and if you have kids, they go absolutely crazy for them. And some fresh basil. This combination screams summer. You've got the watermelon and the berries, which the basil right from the garden. This is my children's, and I think it might be my personal favorite. Number 3, fresh sliced oranges. You could also do clementine segments if you had those on hand. Blueberries and mint. This one is packed with vitamin C. It's super nourishing, and those little blueberries are packed with antioxidants. Number 4, sliced lemons, cucumbers, and some fresh ginger. This one I like to start the morning with. I find it to be very cleansing, very energizing, and it gives my body a little kick. And last but not least, I have my melon ball galore. We've got fresh sliced lime with honeydew and cantaloupe balls. This one is super juicy and refreshing, and the kids especially love this one because it's like a party in a jar. Now, the best part about these waters is that you can refill them several times throughout the day, and all of the flavor from the fruit and the herbs will continue to release their goodness. And you can also take your straw and just muddle it down a bit, and the flavor gets even stronger. And one last tip that is great if you're taking these waters on the go is that you get a big jar of water, so you're staying nice and hydrated, and then when you're done drinking, you've got this yummy little fruit snack on the bottom. So it's like a total win-win. So guys, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already done it, subscribe. For more inspiration throughout your week, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. And thank you so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies.
Hi everyone. If you enjoy A Better Me, A Better You, you can now listen to me on Google Podcasts. That's right. Just go to Google Podcasts, find the search engine, and put in A Better Me, A Better You. That way you can listen to my broadcasts Monday through Friday. Thank you, and tune into the next episode of A Better Me, A Better You.
Here next time with some more clean and deliciousness.
Hey everybody, this is Dave from Cook and Cheer, and today I'm enjoying a nice glass of lemon lime cucumber detox water. And what the lemon and lime do is fight infection, cleanse your kidneys, reduce bloating and inflammation, whereas the cucumbers help your skin and reduce your blood pressure. So this is a great drink to cleanse your body. I know you're going to want to give it a try, so let's get started. To get started, I'm going to take my lime and slice it into 5 fairly thick slices. To fill it to the top with water. You should drink about 8 glasses of water a day, but sometimes plain water is really boring, and this is a great way of zipping it up and getting some extra vitamins. And I'm going to cover it and slip it in the fridge for a couple of hours. Actually, overnight is best to get the true flavors. But if you're super thirsty right now, go ahead and have a drink. And there you have it, our lemon, lime, and cucumber infused water. Incredibly easy, refreshing, and healthy. Now, some people claim you should serve this at room temperature, but I live in the tropics and I really like it cold.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of A Better Me, A Better You. We'll meet back again for Women's Health Wednesday. Have a blessed day.